All right, a writer at the sports news website you never knew existed called Deadspin has faced backlash on social media over I would say, a disgusting attempt to sick an outrage mob on a young child who was just excited to go to I assume, his favorite team's football game and was wearing face paint with the colors of his favorite football team. So this is the Kansas City Chiefs, and this article by Karen Phillips accused this fan of wearing blackface. So as you can see from this picture here, if you guys are watching, who are on audio podcasts, it's this cute little boy who is wearing a headdress with the black, there it is, the black face, which is all that he showed in this article. Now, what he didn't show you, which I personally don't think matters much, but what he didn't show you was that he actually had the black on one side and the red on the other, of course depicting his team's colors, because he's just dressing up for his team's game. He's excited to go. Look at that little boy. You can see it in his eyes. He's like, there's nothing greater than a little boy at, a sports event that they're excited to be at. He's like, yes, I'm here. This is my team. I've got the jersey on. I've got the necklace on. I've got this cool headdress. I painted my face. I'm ready to watch my team. And then, of course, you have a garbage human being who writes a fake story about you, accusing you of putting on blackface. Now, for the record, I would love to get your thoughts on this gentleman. But for the record, I actually don't care if his entire face was painted black. I don't care. It's not black. He's clearly dressing up as a Kansas City Chief. Exactly. That's what he's dressing up as. But wearing black face paint does not make him wear blackface. I don't care if he's painted purple, red, blue, black, whatever. He's dressing up to be a part of it. So I don't really care. It's not offensive. If you have to pretend like it's offensive, then that's more of a problem on you than it is on this little boy or his parents or anyone else. But this Karen Phillips tried very, very hard to demonize this young white boy, I guess because he's white. And hold on, I want to check to make sure, because he did pin a tweet in his profile on Twitter, of course, X, formerly known as Twitter. He did pin a tweet clarifying, for those who are wondering, how he pronounces his name. What is that?
Karen Phillips.
I don't know. Seems a whole lot like a Karen to me.
I'm offended. Like this kid probably has a manifesto, and they should probably search his internet history and see what he's saying on social media, because I believe he's completely a racist. He's obviously anti-black, anti-red. He probably, wants to take the Black Hills of South Dakota away from the Lakota tribe even further.
He secretly hates those chiefs.
Well, the kid dressed up, he looks like Uncle Remus raped Kalijah. So, I'm offended by this stuff. And as a white man, I want to say I'm sorry.
Really?
And I truly apologize for this 10-year-old's actions, because obviously he got up with hate in his heart. And he was thinking about the 1619 Project and how he wanted to bring it down. Because, again, it was the truth, and white people don't like the truth.
I really hope that this kid, I hope they sue.
It hurts to say those words and even keep a straight face.
That's how they think. That's how they think.
I hope they Nick Sandman them.
I do too.
I really do.
I do too.
I hope this kid's worth $220 million.
Yeah.
They blame the parents. I hope the parents. What kind of parents? Hopefully very rich ones.
Yeah, they're going to be rich real soon. We can tell you that, Karen. Yaku.
Yeah, well, go so hard that you shut that whole no-name organization down.
Yeah.
Look,
Deadspin.
I'll say this. Well, it's in the name.
Soon to be.
I mean, you are what you say.
As the name reflects.
As a man speaks, so is he, right? Says the word of God. And the other thing is, don't pick up offense. It's the spirit that these people harbor. Okay? These radical leftists harbor a satanic hatred spirit. They hate anything that is joyous, and they'll go after a child with reckless abandon to decimate a child's life. And if this went the way that Karen wanted it to go, this child wouldn't see college. This child would be labeled and branded. They'd have to skip town, leave school. Now, thankfully, people of sanity, because the Chiefs are actually run by an organization and an ownership that is godly, not godless, stood up for this kid and said, "You're out of your mind." And also just the nefarious activity of just showing one side of the face in the article.
Yeah.
The intent, it's a bitter, cowardice intent in a heart to go after the most vulnerable and say, oh, I can score points here.
Well,
At at any cost.
Karen has a response to you because when he started getting criticized on X, he doubled down and said, for the idiots in my mentions who are treating this as some harmless act because the other side of his face was painted red, I could make the argument that it makes it even worse. Y'all are the ones who hate Mexicans but wear sombreros on Cinco de Mayo.
I'm drinking tequila tonight.
Listen, the boy painted his face by the colors of the emblem of the actual team.
Right.
Black and orange.
Right.
And he's a fan.
Yep.
He's not out there saying, look, I think I'm a black man.
No.
It's not what he's saying.
Or an Indian.
Mm-hmm. He's a fan.
Right. He's just trying to have a good
You know what
time
I'd like
with the
for
game.
us to do? Someone pull up, why don't our amazing viewers go pull up, what did this Karen dress up for Halloween?
Halloween.
Let's go see what this Karen was in Halloween.
Can I interject just some common sense here?
Uh-oh.
Now, this kid's got good seats. He's right there on the front row, right? I mean, I'm assuming his parents
Front row of something.
He's forked out some money to be there. I can tell you how much I spent for 5 people to go to see the Texans.
Not a small amount of money.
To sit where I sat. I can tell you exactly how much money I spent to go see the Texans. So again, I went, and he went, his family went, to support a team that is, let's assume, 70% made up of people of color.
Yeah. Like the league.
And he's cheering them on,
Yes.
supporting their careers, funding them, and wants so bad. Do you know what? If Patrick Mahomes, the quarterback for the Chiefs, had walked up to that kid would crap his pants with excitement. For those of you who don't know, Patrick Mahomes is a black man. He'd be quite excited at that. So again, Travis Kelce's with Taylor Swift, that's 2 extremely white people. Let's hold them accountable for something. And Kelce looks like a white supremacist anyway with that mustache.
It was news to me that he all of a sudden it was like, y'all hate Mexicans but wear sombreros on. I'm like, hold on a second.
Well, he goes on in another
Mexicans?
tweet. He goes on in another tweet that says, if you think that my tweet, what I had to say in this thing was stupid, y'all have no idea how stupid I can get, basically. That was how he doubled down on that.
That's more of a reflection on him.
And he said, y'all don't understand just how stupid I can get.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, trust me, we understand.
We got it. We got it, Karen.
It's not that they don't know. We've given them way too much, room and leeway to go, they just don't know better. No, it's intentional.
Well, we live in a world where water and the weather is racist. I mean, that's everything they've got.
It's intentional.
Language is racist.
And they'll stop at nothing. They'll go after a child to score a political win or make some diabolical statement. They'll go after a child. And good for once for the public to stand up for a child.
Well, that's right. And then, but if you go back to his article, the original article in the website there, the headline on Deadspin, that they do something that really bugs me. They're doubling up on the racism. This is the subtitle. Are you going to say anything, Roger Goodell? Yeah, I'm sure Roger Goodell was scanning the 60,000 faces there at the stadium in Las Vegas. They were there playing the Raiders. And he was like, Roger Goodell saw that one kid. What about it, Roger Goodell? Are you going to say anything? I hate that type of rhetoric that comes out there because that's the type of ad hominem attacks that they bring at people. Oh, you aren't going to say anything about that person that commented 367 comments below your post on X.
Right.
You weren't going to call that person out.
Right.
Kiss my ass, Karen.
Karen Phillips.
Shut up. We all know what it really is.
What egotist does that?
I know. Total narcissism.
That's
all right. Well, couldn't have happened to a more
black
deserving
one.
person.
I thought that's what we were doing. I thought we were talking about people's skin color.
Well, everyone else is allowed to do it, but you're not.
See, that's the problem.
If you like that clip, there is plenty more where that came from. Click the link in the description below to subscribe to the News and Why It Matters YouTube channel to watch the full episode.